And we are here for the last quarterfinal matchup, as that is strike one right there on Kendall Fox, and it's O'Kelly that gets the ball here for Conway Christian. It's the 4 and the 5 seed game. We are having technical difficulties with our scoreboard, so I will do all I can right here to keep y'all informed on what the scoreboard says, as it is now 0-2 right here for Fox. And now Fox will put that one in play, but it's going to be fouled back, and she stays in alive in an 0-2 count against O'Kelly. These teams looking to book a ticket to the regional tournament this evening. Winner will play CAC. So count is 0-2 here on Fox. See what you see on the screen is just temporary. So we'll have to figure those technical difficulties out. I know our tech crew can get it done. So Fox still down to the count, 0-2. And the 0-2 offering from Kelly, that's going to be hit over to the second baseman, and an easy put out right there. The second baseman to first baseman, that is going to be put over there to Stover, and that sits down Fox right there. So Kayla Mutter will come up to the plate right here, number 12, the third baseman. See what Mutter can do right here in the nothing and nothing, and a big wave and a miss there from Mutter. A great offering there from O'Kelly. Mutter looks to bunt, and a beautiful bunt up the third base line, but it's going to go foul, so she does. Now down in the count, 0-2. This is the second consecutive 0-2 count that O'Kelly has worked these first two hitters in for Cutter Morningstar. Conway Christian is in the all-blue uniforms with the white shoulders and the white lettering. It is back now as we have one out here, and a strikeout right there by O'Kelly, and a beautiful work right there to get Mutter swinging. And so Kayla O'Kelly sets the first two down in order. So a ground out and a strikeout have set the first two down. Let's see what she offers Jaden Barrett, the first baseman, right here, as O'Kelly readies, and the delivery, and that will catch the inside of the plate right there, and so that will be strike one. And, man, the control here by O'Kelly early has been absolutely phenomenal. She has just located all of her pitches. And we have two outs right here. And the 0-1, and that will just miss on the outside. So it will be even at 1-1. Let's see what the 1-1 offering is from O'Kelly and the wheel and deal. And that's going to be a swing and a miss there by Barrett. And I don't know what pitch O'Kelly's got working down there for, but it is working well. Hey, she's got multiple, I believe all three hitters, these top three leadoff hitters for Cutter Morningstar to swing over that pitch. And the 1-2 from O'Kelly is low and inside right there, trying to get Barrett to swing over just one more time to get out of this inning, but good eye there from Jaden. Jaden is the first baseman here for Cutter Morningstar. And the 2-2, and that's going to be a wave and a miss, and a ground out and two strikeouts sets them down in order. Great work of this inning for O'Kelly. We will see what the bats have to do for Conway Christian in the bottom of the first. And we are back with the bottom of the first, and we have got a very rare occurrence here at Panther Field. We have a left-handed batter. So righty versus lefty matchup to start this bottom of the first, and the catcher and the leadoff hitter for Conway Christian, Brooklyn Pratt. Have to see what she can offer on this righty versus lefty matchup. And that one scared me. That one came right back at us. Whoo. That'll make a man that'll scare a man right there. That one was hot off the top of Brooklyn Pratt's bat. So count 0-1 right here. And the 0-1 offering from Hawthorne. And that's going to be high and inside, so that will be ball one. Count 1-1 here to Pratt, the catcher and the leadoff hitter. And the 0-1. And that's also going to be high, so 2-1. Winner will play Central Arkansas Christian, CAC, the 1 seed. Went undefeated in conference play this year. And the 2-1 from Hawthorne. And that is fouled back once again to the backstop. And, man, if Pratt could line one of these out, she'd have a very well-defined hit. She's found them just straight back. Count 2-2 here for Brooklyn. And here's the 2-2 from Hawthorne as she readies. And the pitch. That's going to be fouled into the lovely creek that has had a million foul balls hit into it since its existence. And here's another 2-2 from Jaylee Hawthorne. And that's going to be outside and make the count full. So first at bat, we have a full count right here at Panther Field. Let's see what Jaylee Hawthorne gives her on the payoff. And here's the payoff. That's going to be high and a great at bat from Brooklyn Pratt to just get on base right there from a walk. So now Ashlyn Kinley, number 10, the shortstop, will come into the plate. And here's the 0-0 from Hawthorne. And a big wave and a miss, and she's going. And Cook had to go offline right there to get the throw from the catcher, Baum. And so that will be no play, and that's a stolen base for Brooklyn Pratt. But a swing and a miss there from Kinley, so it will be no balls and 1 strike. And here's the 1-1, and that's going to be a foul ball, so that will be strike 2 as the bunt attempt failed there for Kinley. And here's the 0-2 from Hawthorne. And a big wave and a miss. And she puts Kinley down swinging. That is Hawthorne's first strikeout of the afternoon. And now the big powerful pitcher, number 13, Kayla O'Kelly, steps into the box. See what she has to offer right here. She had a fantastic inning of work in the top of the first in the circle. So we'll have to see what she can do from the plate. And here Hawthorne offers the 1-0. That's going to be way outside right there for ball 2. O'Kelly up in the count here, 2-0. Hawthorne looking for a strike right here to maybe make the count 2-1. And the 2-0. That's going to be a big wave and a big miss there from O'Kelly. Still up in the count, 2-1 there. Runner in scoring position here for Conway Christian. And the 2-1. And that's going to be called strike 2. So Hawthorne has worked herself back in this count right here. She was up in the count. Hawthorne was down the count 2-0, and now she's made it even at 2-2. And here's the 2-2 from Jaylee. And way high and way outside, so that's going to be ball 3. Cudvit was over there to cover second in case Pratt decided to go. And that's going to be strike three right there. So that will be another strikeout for Jaylee Hawthorne. And so that is Hawthorne's second strikeout, as that one will be a swing and a miss right there, and that'll be strike one. A lot of these girls are multi-sport athletes, as I've called them playing basketball also. This is Kara Keithley right here, the center fielder, number 24 up to bat. And that's going to be way outside. So that will be ball one as the count evens. See what Hawthorne offers to Keithley on the 1-1, and here it is. And that's a big wave and a miss. And, man, Pratt is getting kind of frisky over there on second base as she's almost to third on her lead. So counts 1-2 here to Keithley. And the 1-2 from Hawthorne. And that is going to be low, trying to steal third. She's going to be in there. And she will get under the tag of Mutter. So that will be another stolen base for Brooklyn Pratt. So prime RBI opportunity for Kara Keithley as it counts full 2 outs. Here's the payoff from Hawthorne. And a wave and a miss. And Jaylee Hawthorne gets out of the inning, but not before Conway Christian threatens with a runner on third. But nothing comes of it. So here comes the Cutter Morning Stars bats in the top of the second after this break. And we are back here as Jaylee Hawthorne comes up to the right-hander's batter's box, and O'Kelly offers. That one's going to be fouled back behind first base. So count 0-1 here to the pitcher. Pitcher had 3 strikeouts to set 3 batters down in the top of the first. Bottom of the first. As that ball is also fouled back into the first base dugout area. Hawthorne down in the count 0-2 right here. Let's see if O'Kelly can get her third strikeout of the afternoon. And the 0-2 from O'Kelly. That's going to be high and outside, so ball 1 called. See what O'Kelly offers here on the 1-2. Let's see if she goes high and away once more. And she will, just like that, as the count evens 2-2. Has 2 straight high and away pitches there from O'Kelly. Maybe trying to get the chase, but she's got to calm that pitch down just a hair if she wants to get that called strike. And the 2-2 from O'Kelly. And that ball is hit hard and hit deep. She's backtracking, and that's going to hit the fence. That's going to be extra bases for Jaylee Hawthorne, and that will be a stand-up double for the pitcher. Wow, that ball hit off. That was so close to a home run. That ball was hit beautifully. And, I mean, that is just a beautiful piece of hitting right there, as that's going to be a stand-up double. So now Kayla Baum, we're going to have a courtesy runner, I believe. That is number 11. I will get just a minute, and I will have the name for that. So the ump will make the change to that. I've got it. So that will be Ruby Destero. Trying my hardest not to butcher that last name. I believe that is Destero. We're just going to go with Destero. Ruby out there on second base. I'm trying to find something, it looks like. I believe that is Desidero. So now it will be Kayla Baum, the catcher, number 7, to come up to the plate. And the 0-0 there will be called strike 1 there on Baum. That is O'Kelly's first hit that she's given up, and it was almost a dinger. Hit off the bottom of the fence out there in right center. And that's going to be strike 2 there on Baum, and she's down the count 0-2. This game right here is a ticket to the regional tournament that will be hosted here at Magnet Cove next week. And the 0-2 goes low and inside there for O'Kelly. So Baum is now still down the count 1-2 though. And the 1-2 from O'Kelly. That's going to be high, so that will be ball 2. O'Kelly really trying to locate that high and away pitch and try to get it for a called strike. She's got to tame it down just a hair more, because at that point that's a chase pitch is how she's kind of been throwing it. So we'll have to see if she tries to locate that a little bit better here in the latter half of this inning. And the 2-2, and that's going to be fouled back behind first base right there. So Baum stays alive right here as the count's 2-2, and Desidero out there on second base is the courtesy runner. And the 2-2 from O'Kelly, and that's going to be low, and so that will make the count full. And I wonder if O'Kelly's kind of starting to struggle. You can question some of her body language out there is the only reason I say that. She kind of seems like she's kind of lethargic out there. We'll see if she can pull this one together, as she's going to give up a walk right there. So that is her first walk she has given up, as Kiera Polk, the left fielder, number 0, will step in to the right-handed batter's box. And so we will have a circle meeting, and during the circle meeting, we will take a short break. We'll be right back after this meeting. And we are back here after that mound meeting for Conway Christian, as Kiera Polk is in the right-handed batter's box right here. A 0-0 offering here from O'Kelly. That's going to be inside. They're going to try to pick her off at second. Throw out of line there, so no tag attempt. Runners on first and second for Cutter right here. And the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled back towards the first base dugout. So now count even 1-1 here for the left fielder. And the offering from O'Kelly. That's going to be called strike 2. Count 1-2 here for Polk. And the 1-2 offering, and that's going to be called strike 3 on the inside corner. So that will be O'Kelly's third strikeout of the afternoon, the first one looking. Diana Cook, number 4, the shortstop, will come up to bat right here. One out here, runners on first and second, and a beautiful bunt. And great softball IQ by that catcher for Conway Christian, Pratt. She lets it roll foul because Cook would have beat that one out. I mean, a beautiful bunt. Beautiful. I mean, that is just a textbook bunt down the third base line to get on base. So we'll see what she does now here down in the count, 0-1. And the 0-1, and that's going to be high and outside. And this is looking to be a good pitching duel tonight, as Hawthorne and O'Kelly are two very solid pitchers for both of these squads respectively. And the 1-1 from O'Kelly, and a big wave and a miss over the top of it there from Cook. So now she's down the count 1-2. One runner in scoring position here for Diana. And the 1-2 from Cook. And that's going to be called strike 3. And man, O'Kelly's just racking up the strikeouts. That mound visit really put some energy in her, as Autumn Heron, the right fielder, will step in. And man, O'Kelly's really working herself out of a jam right here. She had no outs and runners on first and second. Now she's got 2 outs with runners on first and second. We have time. And I believe Diana Cook's foot was stuck under the gate. Got that all figured out. That's a first. So let's see what O'Kelly offers to Heron on the 0-0. And a beautiful bunt. But I think they're going to get this one in a play over at first. And O'Kelly gets out of it without giving up a run. 2 runners left on for Cutter. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here with district softball at Panther Field, as it will be Conway Christian and Lily Brister, the third baseman, to lead off. Brister, Stover, and Wheeler are due up here for the Lady Eagles as Hawthorne looks to add to a 3-strikeout total this afternoon. 0-0 score here going into the bottom of the second. So here we go from Panther Field as Jaylee Hawthorne looks to continue the great game she has had, only giving up a walk, and that was to Brooklyn Pratt to lead off this game. Brister here in the right-handed batter's box. Already choked up on the bat. That's something you normally don't see until 2 strikes. And that will be called strike 1 on the outside corner. So that puts Brister down on the count 0-1. Here's the 0-1 from Jaylee. That is going to be called strike 2. So Lily, the third baseman, is down on the count 0-2. And here's the pitch from Hawthorne, and a big wave and a big miss. A 3-pitch strikeout there for Lily Brister, and that's the 4th strikeout of the evening for Hawthorne. That is actually her 4th consecutive straight strikeout after she issued the leadoff walk, there, to Brooklyn Pratt. She is yet to do anything but strike people out, and she gets strike 1 there on Emily Stover. Sorry, guys, I had to cough right there. Sunflower seeds were working on the esophagus. Count 0-2 here as that ball is fouled off there by Stover. Count 0-2 here to Stover. Hawthorne looking to get her 5th strikeout, and she will do it. And, man, she is just sitting them down in order. Don't even need a defense behind Jaylee Hawthorne, and P.J. Wheeler will step in and try to break this streak of 5 consecutive strikeouts. Second baseman right here looking to get on base for Conway Christian. And that is going to catch the outside corner of the plate just by a smidge. Producer says that is 7 strikes in a row. I do not know. And that is a big wave and a miss there from Wheeler. And, man, Hawthorne is just throwing strikes like it's nothing right now, which I guess is what you want from a pitcher. So Wheeler looking to stay alive here, 0-2 with 2 outs. This is the end of the second inning, still scoreless, and that's going to be high and outside. And finally, Jaylee Hawthorne, I guess something happened. She threw a ball. That is just such a phenomenon lately when you have 5 straight strikeouts. See if Hawthorne can get her here, the 1-2. And she will get her swinging right there, and that makes it 6 consecutive. Hawthorne sets them down on strikeouts here in the bottom of the second. So we're going to the top of the third after this break. And we are back here as O'Kelly takes the circle once more. And that is number 5. Number 5, Stormy Cudvitt, the 9-hole hitter and the second baseman. Had a brain fart right there. O'Kelly's working on her 5th strikeout in this at bat, as that's going to be ball 2. Cudvitt here is a slapper, so we'll have to see what she can offer in the left-handed batter's box. And the 2-0. That's going to be outside. That makes it 3-0. O'Kelly struggling with control to start this third. 3-0. I bet you she's got the hold count right here, but no, she swings at that one. So now the count 3-1 there for Cudvitt. So count 3-1 here for Cudvitt, as she's going to take ball 4 high and inside. So a walk there from O'Kelly. Flips the lineup back over to Kendall Fox, the center fielder, number 22, who grounded out to the third baseman is what I have on my stat sheet. Some interesting walk-up music for these Cutter girls, not going to lie. Some of it's good, some of it's I never heard. Maybe it's because I only listen to country. I don't know. And the 0-0 there. It's going to be inside there on Fox. And the 0-1, and that's going to be hit. That's going to be foul out of play behind home plate. Count 0-2 here for Fox. Fox 0 for 1 on the afternoon. And the 0-2. That's going to be high, ball 1 right there. So count goes 1-2 there for Kendall. And the 1-2 to Fox. That's going to be hit foul behind the press box, so count will stay 1-2. And here's the 1-2 from O'Kelly. And she went around, so it will be a strikeout. So that will be another strikeout, the 5th one on the afternoon, or evening, I shall say now, for O'Kelly. Kayla O'Kelly will now face Kayla Mutter, who struck out to her in the first thing. But we will have a players meeting on the mound just to kind of talk about things. We'll have to see, but O'Kelly really kind of, I wouldn't say struggling. She's been able to sit them down and not give up any runs thus far, so we'll have to see if she can continue that, as game is still knotted up at 0. Still looking for our first offense of the game. And there's the 0-0 and a big wave and a miss there from Mutter. So count 0-1. Coach Poe giving some lovely motivation over there from the third base coaching box. As the 0-1 delivery and another big wave and a miss. And Cudvitt is kind of leaning towards second over there at first. Had to get back very fast, and no throw down from home. Now Fox is down, Mutter is down in the count, 0-2. And that one's going to be hit up to the third baseman, 4-6. And they will get the lead runner. So thought they might roll 2, but Second baseman couldn't get it out of her glove fast enough, as that will be a ground out. And now 2 outs. So Jaden Barrett, the first baseman, number 18, will step into the batter's box. And here's the 0-0 to Barrett. That's going to be inside right there, and so that will be ball 1. And the 1-0, and that's going to be a big wave and a miss there from the first baseman, so that'll be strike 1 as the count evens. And here's the 1-1 from O'Kelly. That will be ball 2 right there, as Barrett goes up in the count 2-1. And here's the 2-1 from Kayla O'Kelly, and that is fouled up and a caught there by the catcher. So letting the defense work behind her this time, but not before she issues a walk, but does not do anything else. So Cutter goes down right there in the top of the third, so Conway Christian will come up to bat after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field as Conway Christian comes up to bat. And that is going to be the left fielder, Mallory Malone, number 20. And that is going to be low and outside for ball 1. I would like to say that this live stream is sponsored by Big Sunflower Seeds and Mountain Dew and Hunt Brothers Pizza, because that is what has powered me through this live stream, as that will be called strike 1. Big thanks to the production crew. As always, we got one production over here, and then me, myself, and I. So I mean, we're not actually sponsored by Mountain Dew and Big Sunflower Seeds, but it would be fantastic, because gotta love the dew, man, and gotta love the sunflower seeds. Definitely at the Diamonds. So count 2-1 here. As Hawthorne offers, are going to be low and away, so that's going to be ball 3. So hitters count here for Malone. And the 3-1 to Malone. That's going to be called strike 2. I'd like to give a big shout out to Senior Gavin Wallace for running my software tonight. I'm just the man with the mic that blabbers his mouth for 3 hours, and that will be ball 4 right there, high and outside, and that's going to be a walk, and that will break the streak of strikeouts. So now Conley Gibson, the right fielder, number 1, will step into the plate. And here's the 0-0 to Gibson. That's going to be low and outside, I believe. So the 1-0 is readied by Hawthorne, and the pitch. That's going to be called strike 1 by Mr. Blue down there, and so that will even the count at 1-1. Count even at 1-1 here for the 9-hole hitter. And the 1-1. And that's going to be called strike 2 there. So count 1-2 here for Conley Gibson, the right fielder. And the 1-2 here to Gibson. And a big wave and a big miss. And she gets her first out of the inning. No other way than a strikeout there for Jaylee Hawthorne. That is her 7th strikeout of the afternoon as the left-hander steps into the batter's box, and that's Brooklyn Pratt. She drew a walk and stole second and third on her first attempt in the bottom of the first. That will be ball 1 there, and that ball is hit high and out of play. Not playable there for Cutter. Count 1-1 here with 1 out and a runner on first for Conway Christian. That ball is going to be low. Count now 2-1 after that ball. And here's the 2-1. And a big wave and a big miss from the catcher Brooklyn Pratt. So count goes even at 2-2. And here's the 2-2 from Hawthorne. And that's going to be hit out of play down the third base line. So count stays at 2-2 with 1 out. Count 2-2 here for the lefty. Righty on lefty matchup right here between Hawthorne and Pratt. And that one is hit high, not very far, and the left fielder is going to get there to get it, and that is Kiera Polk. So that is the first ball that has actually been hit off of Hawthorne. She's given up 2 walks and then struck out the rest of them. So that is the first ball that has been hit into play on Hawthorne. So Ashlyn Kinley, the shortstop, up to bat right here. Runner on first there, as that is Mallory Malone. 2 outs here for Conway Christian, as that is strike 1 there on Kinley. The shortstop struck out in her last at bat. And that's going to be a pass ball, and that's going to be a wild pitch there for Hawthorne. And that is going to let Mallory Malone advance to second base. So now runner in scoring position for Ashlyn Kinley, the shortstop. And here's the 1-1 from Hawthorne. The delivery, that's going to be outside just a bit, so that will be move the count to 2-1. We appreciate everyone tuning in to this 2A5 district tournament. This is an all-student-led broadcast here at the Thematic Hope High School East Department. And that's a big wave and a miss there from Ashlyn Kinley as the count goes even 2-2. I'd like to give a big shout out to the Panther Pass Grocery and Gas here in Magnet Cove. They've got all of your needs, food and gas. Big shout out to them. Some great food and even better folk over there. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. That one came right at me, and I think my heart skipped a beat right there as Kinley fouls that one straight back. And, man, if she could straighten that one out, that one would be a nice hit. And I'm really glad that window is down, because we'd have been losing a camera. And the 2-2 is fouled off the catcher. So the count's still 2-2. And, man, Kinley's just looking to straighten one of these out and get a base hit and maybe even get Malone into home if she could get a hard hit ball. And the 2-2 with 2 outs from Hawthorne. And a wave and a miss. But that's going to be a foul tip. Let's count 2-2 after that foul tip. And here's the 2-2 from Jaylee. It's going to be low and inside right there, so count will go full. Big at bat right here for Ashlyn Kinley, the shortstop. Got a runner in scoring position. In these tournament games, you don't want to leave runners on, and definitely not in scoring position. Let's see what Hawthorne offers, and here's the payoff. And that's going to be high, and a great at bat there from Ashlyn Kinley as she draws a walk. And they have kind of started to figure out Hawthorne as she has given up 2 walks in this inning. Kayla O'Kelly, the pitcher, will come up to bat right here, number 13. She struck out on her first at bat to Hawthorne. See what she offers to Kayla at this first pitch. That's going to be called strike 1 on the lower third of the plate. So that will move the count to 0-1. That ball is hit up to the second baseman over there to Cudvit, and that will do it right there, but not before Conway Christian threatens and put 2 runners on, but they leave them both stranded on the islands. So here we go to the top of the 4th after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here as Jaylee Hawthorne, the pitcher, comes up to the plate. She had a stand-up double her first time up against Kayla O'Kelly. That ball is going to be high for ball 1 right there as we start the top of this 4th inning. Cutter is the 5 seed here in this tournament. And that ball's going to be hit hard to third base. And she was off the bag. And Dad is really proud over there for his kid, that she was able to beat that out. That was great running down the baseline there from Hawthorne. And so now Hawthorne will get a pinch runner, a courtesy runner, I guess I shall say, and Ruby Desidero. So now it will be Baum to step into the right-handed batter's box, as that one is ball one right there from Kayla O'Kelly. And the 1-0 offering, and that one's going to be hit foul and out of play down the first base line. Count is 1-1 now here to the catcher. The 1-1 here from O'Kelly, and that's a big wave and a bit miss there by Baum. Runner on first here for Cutter. No outs here. 1-2 the count. That one's going to be fouled back, and Baum stays alive right here. She drew a walk her last at bat against O'Kelly. See what O'Kelly gives her on this 1-2 right here. And the 1-2, and that is hit hard into center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. And Desidero didn't really know where to go. Didn't know if that was going to be caught or not. That's just a bad place for a courtesy runner, really. So they will get her out, but that will be a single for Kayla. I believe that's Kaylin. 1 second, I can tell you. Baum, want to say that. Polk struck out looking her last attempt against O'Kelly. That pitch is going to be fouled down the first base line.
Right now we're in the top of the fourth. Double zeros, 1 out. Right now, Cutter and Conway.
Just had a call from the other booth, and a big wave and a miss there from Polk. And she's now down the count 0-2. So now here is the 0-2. Let's see what O'Kelly dials up. And here's the 0-2. And that ball is hit into the gap for right field. That's going to get past. That's going to be extra bases. They're going to try to get them on the corners as they do as Baum goes to third. But Polk smartly stays at first. So back-to-back singles. And so now Diana Cook, the shortstop, will come up, who struck out looking her first attempt. But Cutter's got something brewing right here. Nothing and nothing pitch is going to be fouled on top of the Cutter dugout down the first base line. Cook down to the count 0-1 here, and she looks to bunt. That one's going to be way high, and the tag is going to be way in time. But they're going to get a run home, and that's honestly kind of smart. I mean, you sacrifice a runner going to second right there since the tag was on time, but you get a run home, And that will take the lead for Cutter as they go up 1-0. So Cutter up 1-0 here, 1-2 the count, 2 outs here on Diana Cook, the shortstop. And the 1-2, and a big wave and a big miss. And that puts them down, but not before Cutter scores 1 run. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field as Conway Christian comes up to bat here in the bottom of the 4th. So it looks like it's going to be number 14. No, excuse me. That's 24. Kara Keithley, number 14's on deck. And the 0-0 there. And that one is fouled back. Kind of scared me coming straight at me. So count is 0-1 here to Keithley, the center fielder who struck out her first attempt. And here's the 0-1 from Hawthorne to Keithley. And a big wave and a big miss. And here's the 0-2. And that's going to be called strike 3. And she sets Kara Keithley down on strikes right there and just adds to the total. Man, she is just racking them up this afternoon, or I shall say evening now. The lights are on here at Panther Field. It was 5-0.
5-0.
Sorry about that silence. I had to get a stat number for our booth over at baseball. So the count's 2-0 here to number 14, Lily Brister, the third baseman who struck out her first attempt. And that ball's going to be high and away there for ball 3. Hitters count here for Keithley. I bet you she holds right here. Have to see what she does. And here's the 3-1 from Hawthorne. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk issued there by Hawthorne. You don't see a lot of those from Hawthorne, as now Emily Stover, the first baseman, is going to come up to bat. Stover struck out on her first attempt. And the 0-0 from Hawthorne is way high and way outside. Here's the 1-0, and that's going to be hit over there. Down the first base line, but it's going to be foul. And a big wave and a big miss to make it a 2-strike count right here. So now the count 1-2. Here's the throw down to first. Didn't result in anything interesting as she was safe on the bag. And here's the 1-2 from Hawthorne. And that one's going to be hit for, and they do not try to go roll the double play as they get the leadoff runner to make it 2 outs. So that will be a fielder's choice for Emily Stover. So now P.J. Wheeler, number 3, steps in right here as that is ball 1. She struck out on her first attempt at the plate also. And here's the 1-0 from Hawthorne. That's going to catch just the outside hair of the strike zone. So that will be strike 1 as the count evens at 1-1. Cut her up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And the 1-1 and a big wave and a big miss. That's going to be fouled off the catcher. Count 1-2 here with 2 outs. Big pitch here for Jaylee Hawthorne if she could get out of this inning and leave a runner stranded straight behind her at second. And here's the 1-2 from Jaylee Hawthorne. And that's a kind of a floater pitch. Didn't work too well as the count evens at 2-2. And now here's the 2-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. And she will get her swinging right there and add another strikeout total. And man, she is just having a night for herself on the strikeouts. I believe that is 10. So I will have that tallied up for you here coming up in the top of the 5th. We'll talk stats after this break. And we are back here, and I tallied it up. And Jaylee Hawthorne has 9 strikeouts. She's also been pretty potent from the plate as she has an infield hit and a stand-up double. So she has really been the impact player here for this game as Cutter's up 1-0. But O'Kelly on the other side has done herself well as she has 5 strikeouts on the afternoon, as she delivers the 0-0 right here to number 18. I believe that is number 18. Nope. 13, I believe. Yeah, this is number 13, Autumn Heron. As that is a pop bunt up. That's going to be caught by the catcher. So now number 5, Stormy Cudvitt, will come to the plate. She walked in her last at bat. A left-handed slapper right here for Cutter Morningstar. And that one will be high in ball 1 right there to Cudvitt. And here's the 1-0 from O'Kelly to Cudvitt. That one's going to be high also, and O'Kelly's got to tame down those pitches if she wants to get him a called strike on the upper half of the plate. And we will have a mound meeting, so let's see what happens here. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this circle meeting. And we are back here at Panther Field as Cudvitt is ahead in the count after that short circle meeting with the coach. And that is going to be called ball 3 right there, and O'Kelly's struggling to locate here in the top half of the 5th inning. Tight game here between the 4 and the 5 seed, and that's going to be a wave and a miss. And that's usually a count people hold on, so I don't know what Cudvitt saw there on that pitch that she wanted. So we'll have to see. And that's going to be ball 4. So that's going to be a walk there to Cudvitt. That's her second walk of this game. So now that flips the lineup back over to Kendall Fox, the center fielder, who has a strikeout and a ground out on this evening. So a runner on first, and that's going to be a big wave and a miss. Cudvitt getting a pretty hefty lead over there at first. And now here's the 0-1 from O'Kelly. That's going to be hit. That could drop. Oh, wow. And a beautiful play there by number 10. To the shortstop and the second baseman dove for it, and the shortstop, Ashlyn Kinley, number 10, ended up with it. And so now Kayla Mutter will come up to the plate. She has a ground out to Kinley, the shortstop, and a strikeout on the evening. And so now that is outside, and the throw down to second, she's going to get her. And so that will end the inning. The throw out to second ends the inning. So that will end it for Cutter, as they don't do anything in the top of the 5th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th after this break. And we are back here at Panther Field as the bottom of the fifth comes around right here. And so it will be number 20 of Conway Christian to bat. That is going to be Mallory Malone. She walked in her first at bat here this evening. As the left fielder readies, and that's a swing and a hit about behind the first base dugout, so that will be foul ball. So that will be ball one right there. Let's count 1-1 here to the left fielder. That's going to be a big swing and a big miss there over the top of it from Malone. And here's the 1-2 from Hawthorne. And that's going to hit the backstop. That one is what I call way high and way outside. So now the 2-2 count here to Malone. Looking to get on base right here and get a good leadoff something going for Conway Christian. As that one's going to be inside. Count goes full. And here's the payoff. And she is going to walk her right there. So that is Malone's second walk of the afternoon or evening, whatever it is nowadays. That's going to flip the lineup back over to the 9-hole hitter comes up, Conley Gibson, the right fielder who is 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a strikeout. And over at the baseball field, Poen is up 3-1 on Conway Christian. That game is also for a ticket to regionals. So they are in the top of the fifth over there. You can go check that one out on the Manic Cove High School East YouTube page. You can stay here with us. 2 good games brewing, a 2-run game over there and a 1-run game over here. And here's the 0-1 from Hawthorne. That's going to be called strike 2 right there, and she's got Gibson down the count 0-2. We have an equipment timeout on the field, as you can see. So Gibson down in the count 0-2 right here. And here's the 0-2 from Hawthorne. And a big wave and a big miss, and Gibson goes down on strikes. So another strikeout for Hawthorne, and that puts her up to 10. So now that does flip the lineup back over to Brooklyn Pratt, the catcher, who I realized in the last inning bats left-handed but throws right-handed. And that is going to be ball one right there. Count 1-0 here to Pratt. That one's going to be called strike 1. Let's count 1-1 here to Pratt. She has a walk and a fly out to left field, but on her walk she stole second and third. So 1-0, 1-1 with one out. And that ball's going to be hit hard up the third base line. That's going to be fair. The left fielder gets there, but they're going to hold him at first and second. And that's just a beautiful power piece of hitting right there. That's going to be a single for Brooklyn Pratt. So now Ashlyn Kinley, the shortstop, steps into the right-handed batter's box, and she has a strikeout and a walk on the evening. And here's the 0-0 from Hawthorne, and that ball is hit high and out of play. I believe that ball hit the roof. That sounded a lot harder than usually what the roof sounds like. And here's the 0-1 from Hawthorne. And that's going to be a pass ball, so they're going to advance some 60-something more feet. So now 2 runners in scoring position, and Conway Christian could open this one up right here, tie it, and probably even take the lead. And we have got a mound meeting there from Coach Pogue, so we'll take a break with him here on the Matacove High School East YouTube page. And that ball is hit hard and deep, and that's going to get over the left fielder's head, and they're wheeling them both around. And on the double from Ashland Kinley, they score 2. And after that mound meeting, Conway Christian has turned on the offense, and Conway Christian is now up 2-1 with only 1 out here, and Kayla O'Kelly, the pitcher, up to bat. Sorry for the audio kind of delay. I didn't realize we were going back to play that soon. And now O'Kelly has got 1 out and a runner in scoring position as she swings and misses at that one. And now here's the 0-1 from Hawthorne. And we are back here at Panther Field. So O'Kelly is in the right-handed batter's box. Got 2 strikes on her right here. And the 0-2 from Hawthorne, and a big wave and a big miss. And O'Kelly goes down on strikes once more. So now up to bat is going to be Kara Keithley as she takes ball 1 high. And a runner in scoring position here for Conway Christian. And that ball is high and outside, and now Hawthorne's having some control issues. Something, dog. And we are back here at Panther Field. Sorry for the muting of the audio. We're having some audio difficulties. So count 2-1 here to Keithley. Keithley's over 2 on the evening with 2 strikeouts. This counts 2-1 here. And the 2-1 from Hawthorne. And a big wave and a big miss there from Keithley that evens the count at 2-2. Count 2-2 is what Blue says. So we going with a 2-2 count with 2 outs right here in the latter half of the 5th. And a big wave and a big miss. And so that will do it. Another strikeout for Hawthorne, and that's the the third strikeout. Keithley, she's 0 for 3 now from the plate, but that will do it, but not before Conway Christian strikes and scores 2. Conway Christian up 1 run after 5. And welcome everyone here that is watching on the Mountain Cove High School East YouTube page. It is now going to be Kayla Mutter up to bat right here. So 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Eagles in the top of the 6th. Eagles, this is their first deficit of the game as Conway Christian drove in 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. O'Kelly still in the circle for Conway Christian as she gets that one to catch the outside of the plate right there for strike 1. Mutter has struck out and grounded out here in her 2 at-bats today and played over at third base. And she's going to hit that one straight to the pitcher over there to first base, and that will be a quick out for Conway Christian. So now Jaden Barrett, number 18, the first baseman, will step in, and she has a strikeout, and she popped up to the catcher. Trying to realign the camera. Sorry about that. So Barrett, let's see what she gets offered here from O'Kelly. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. So that will be a single for Jaden Barrett. And so let's see if Cutter's got something to offer here offensively. As Jaylee Hawthorne, the pitcher, steps in, who has a stand-up double and an infield hit on the afternoon. Man, she's got a fire walk-up song. I'm just saying. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it's a great song. Some good old Bon Jovi. And the 0-0 there. And Hawthorne's going to hit that one. And so that will advance the runners 60 feet. That one is just straight up center. So, man, they have got something brewing here. 1 out, 2 runners on. But, I mean, Baum's walk-up song is even better because it's Morgan Wallen. My man. 98 Braves, best song on the new album. And so we will have the courtesy runner once more for Hawthorne. That is Ruby Desidero, excuse me. So now Kaylin Mom will step in to there, and they're going to try to roll. No, they don't try to roll 2. So they will get the runner out at first. So ground out to the shortstop right there for Baum. So Kiara Polk will step in right here with 2 outs, but she's got 2 runners in scoring position. So runners on second and third here for Cutter Morning Star, and they could really tie this game or take the lead with 1 swing of a bat. And so we will have a short mound meeting. We will take a break. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back here at Panther Field as it's going to be Kiara Polk to step in right here, who has a strikeout and a single 2 outs here, but 2 runners in scoring position here in the top of the 6th. And Polk's going to hit that one foul. And the battle of the Eagles here this evening. The 4 versus 5 seed winner plays the 1 seed. And the 0-1 from O'Kelly. That's going to be another pitch. Foul down the first baseline there from Kiera Polk. Polk's last at bat was that single. So 0-2 right here. This could be big if Kayla O'Kelly could get out of it. And the 0-2. And a great block behind the plate from Brooklyn Pratt. So count 1-2 here. Pratt was, I guess, trying to get her to swing over it. And here's the 1-2. And that's going to be hit to the second baseman. And she errors. And that's going to score 2 right there. And that is a massive error on number 3. That is the second baseman, P.J. Wheeler. And that is a massive error. And Cutter Morningstar just took the lead 3-2 off that error. O'Kelly had her where she wanted her 0-2, and then Polk was able to battle back and just hit a ball hard at the second baseman. And so now Diana Cook, the shortstop, number 4, comes up to bat. She looks to bunt, and we'll hold back right there as that ball is high and away for ball 1. So now the 1-0, and that's going to hit Cook. So a hit by pitch right there. And this could be a really close game to the end. Now Autumn Heron, the right fielder, number 13, comes up to the plate. So now runners on first and second here are for Heron. And the 0-0 offering from O'Kelly, and another great block from Brooklyn Pratt behind the dish. So 1-0 count here, 2 outs in the delivery from O'Kelly, and that one's high. Cutter Morningstar took a crucial lead here in the top of the 6th. And that one's going to be fouled ground, hit into foul ground. So that's going to be make the count 2-1. So now the count 2-1 here, 2 outs for Autumn Heron, the right fielder, who has a ground out. And that one's going to be fouled back. She has a ground out on a shot to bunt to get on base, and that did not work. So she's thrown out at first and then had a pop up to the catcher. She's over 2 on the afternoon. And the 2-2. And that one is going to be fouled back. And, man, it could be big if Kayla O'Kelly could get a strikeout right here and in this inning and limit the damage to 2 runs and only have a 1-run deficit going into the bottom of the 6th. Two the count with 2 outs. This is a big pitch here from Kayla O'Kelly. And the delivery. And that's going to be hit And she's going to try to throw out at first. And she is thrown out. So she will be called out at first base. So that will end the inning, but not before Cutter Morning Star scores 2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th after this break. Welcome back to Panther Field, and I give props to Cutter. They brought a Bluetooth speaker, and they are playing Party in the USA over there, and that is what it was for Cutter Morningstar in the last inning as they scored 2 runs to take a 3-2 lead here in the district quarterfinals. A ticket to the regionals and a ticket to the district semifinals on the line here this evening. It's a late 8 o'clock evening here at Panther Field, as Jaylee Hawthorne still has the ball for the Eagles, and it's going to be, I believe, that's going to be Lily Brister, the third baseman, up to bat here for Conway Christian. And that's a big swing and a big miss there from Brister as the count goes 0-1. Brister has a strikeout and a walk on the afternoon. Looking to get on base by a hit right here. That's going to be another big swing and a miss there from Lily as she goes down the count 0-2. It's a must-win game if you want to go to regionals. Regionals will be held May 4th, 5th, and 6th here at Panther Field. And a good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Miss Lily Brister, as Hawthorne puts her down on 3 strikes right there. And so now up to bat we will have Emily Stover, the first baseman. She reached on a fielder's choice and has a strikeout on the evening. So now here's the 0-0 from Hawthorne. That ball's going to be fouled back, and so that will be strike 1. And a big wave and a big miss to put Stover down on the count 0-2. And here's the 0-2 offering from Hawthorne. And a big wave and another big miss and another 3-pitch strikeout for Jaylee Hawthorne, as she has turned it on in this 6 innings with back-to-back strikeouts. And that makes it 4 straight strikeouts, as she got the last 2 outs on the last inning on strikeouts and then started this inning on strikeouts. Now P.J. Wheeler, the second baseman, with that major error in the last inning, has 2 strikeouts also on the afternoon, is called for strike 1 right there. And here's the 0-1 to Wheeler, and a big swing and a big miss over it, and Hawthorne is just doing what she may. And the 0-2 right here. Hawthorne can set them down on strikes right here. And a big wave and a big miss, and she sets them down in order on strikeouts. What a performance it has been from Jaylee Hawthorne. We'll talk strikeouts after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. We are back here, and Jaylee Hawthorne is having herself a night. In the last frame, she added some strikeouts to her total count of now 15 on the night. Just a beautiful, beautiful outing here as Stormy Cudvitt comes to the plate right here. The 9-hole hitter for Cutter Morning Star. 9-1-2 and due up as the slapper hits one down the third base line and foul. Cudvitt has 2 walks on the evening. So used to saying afternoon, I guess. And here's the 0-1-2 Stormy from O'Kelly. And that's going to be called strike 2 right down the pipeline of the strike zone. And the 0-2, and that's going to be just outside right there. So count goes 1-2 for the 9-hole hitter. See what O'Kelly offers her on the 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and she gets Cudvitt going down on strikes. But that will flip the lineup back over to Kendall Fox, the leadoff hitter and the center fielder for the Lady Eagles of Cutter Morning Star. And she will hit that one. And, oh, almost a beautiful play there by the second baseman, but just could not get there. So that will be a single there for Kendall Fox. But now that puts the opportunity and the door open to roll 2 if you're Conway Christian. I really particularly don't like that both teams start with a C and both teams are the Eagles. That makes life particularly hard for me. So now it's going to be Kayla Mutter, number 12. Right here up to bat. Top of the seventh here. This is big for insurance. And a big wave and a big miss from Mutter. And this has been a very energetic game from both dugouts, and this is what tournament softball is all about. And a big wave and another big miss from Mutter. So now she's down the count 0-2. This would be a big strikeout here for Kayla O'Kelly if she could sit her down on 3 pitches. And that ball is hit high and foul. Goes over the press box. Count 0-2 here, still on Kayla Mutter, the third baseman. And the 0-2, and she gets her on the off-speed drop, third strike. They're going to go to first and get her. Man, that was a beautiful off-speed pitch right there, just floated to the plate. That will be a strikeout there on Mutter. So now Jaden Barrett is the last hope for insurance runs here for Cutter Morningstar. And that ball is hit high and a playable ball there. And nobody called for it. And that is another major error. And that's going to be another insurance run. And now Cutter is up 4-2. And somebody has got to call for that ball. So now that another single from Barrett. She gets on base. So now Jaylee Hawthorne, the pitcher, will come up. And the 1-0, and that's going to be way high and way outside. Good stop there from Pratt. And now, right now, Conway Christian will need 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to walk this thing off, or 2 to put it in extras. And here's the 2-0. And a throw down there to first. Not in time, though. So runner is safe at first. 3-0 the count here to Hawthorne. And here's the 3-0 from O'Kelly, and that ball is hit, and the first baseman calls for it, and they get out of the inning. But not before Cutter Morningstar gets one more run of insurance. It all boils down to this. The next 3 outs will determine who gets the last ticket into the regionals from 2A5. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after this break. And we are back here, and it boils down to this, bottom of the 7th. And here it is. And so we have got a game on our hands, a 2-run game, bottom of the 7th. Anything can happen. It's tournament softball as number 20 steps into the plate. 8, 9, and 1 due up here. Mallory Malone has drawn 2 walks. And she's going to get called strike 1 right there. So Jaylee Hawthorne is 3 outs away from pitching a complete game and getting another W in the win column. Yo 1 here to Malone. And another wave and another miss. And, man, Conway Christian has got to grit it out and fight right here and get 2 runs at least to send it into extras. And that's going to be ball 1 right there. So she stays alive with the good eye right there, and the count goes 1-2. This is all the marbles in all the buckets right here. As the 1-2 has foul tipped in the glove, and that's going to be a strikeout. And now Conway Christian is down to their last 2 outs. Conley Gibson is up to bat. That is Hawthorne's 16th strikeout of the afternoon, evening, and night. This game is feeling like it's gone on forever. So Gibson has 2 strikeouts on the afternoon, and she will get strike 1 right there. And that one's going to be low and in the dirt. So that will be 1 ball and 1 strike. It would be good if Gibson could get on base right here. And, I mean, if Pratt could just jack one out of here, that would be even better if Gibson was on base. The one-hole hitter, Brooklyn Pratt, the catcher, is on deck here for Conway Christian. As that one is high and outside, count goes 2-1. It's really majorly key for these Conway Christian hitters to get ahead of Hawthorne because she's so good with 2 strikes. Here's the 2-1 from Hawthorne to Gibson. That's going to be high in ball 3, and Gibson has battled in this at-bat as she is now up in the count when the hitters count 3-1. And here's the 3-1 under the lights from Hawthorne, and that's going to be low, and that is going to be a walk, and that is exactly what Conway Christian needs is base runners. They need traffic on the base paths if they want to win this game and go to regionals and the district semifinals. So I got the one-hole hitter, the lefty, up right here in Brooklyn Pratt, the catcher. That ball's going to be high, and that's ball 1 there on Hawthorne. And it's just be absolutely magnificent to watch and call if we could get a walk-off right here or even some extra innings. And that one is hit hard, and that one's going to the fence. That's going to be extra bases for Brooklyn Pratt. They're wheeling them around third, and the throw is not going to be in time and offline, and that's going to be, oh, wait. That's going to be an inside the park home run. Oh, my taters. That is an inside the park home run from Brooklyn Pratt. That is almost the craziest thing I've seen in high school sports that I have called. And that will be an inside the park home run. And the game is tied up 4-4. A beautiful piece of hitting right there for Brooklyn Pratt to send that one to the right field gap. Wow, that is definitely an oh my taters moment right there. And now Ashlyn. Wow, I don't even know what to say. And Ashlyn Kinley is now going to hit one high, and that looks a playable ball, and it will be dropped. And now the winning run is on first base. Wow, and this is grit and determination. Right there. Wow. So now the game is tied 4-4 and only 1 out. That is okay. And the throw down to second is going to be offline, so it's a stolen base. And the winning run is in scoring position. And a base hit could win this game and send the Conway Christian Lady Eagles to the regional tournament and the district semifinals. Kelly has a strikeout and a ground out and another strikeout. So 0 for 3, she could change that with a walk-off game hit right here if she wanted to in the 0-1, and another wave and another miss, and that high and outside pitch has just really worked on her all evening. And the 0-2 here. This is a big pitch right here. Let's see what O'Kelly can do with it. And that one is hit high and foul, so staying alive right there for O'Kelly. She could straighten that out. That would be a great hit, but the inside the park home run has been the highlight of the night. See what Hawthorne offers her on the 0-2. And that one is hit high. Is it going to stay fair? No! Just foul. That definitely would have been a walk-off hit if that had stayed fair. And that was a powerful piece of hitting by Kayla O'Kelly. And we have got a mound meeting. We will take a quick break here to get me a drink of the lovely Mountain Dew. We'll be right back after this mound meeting. We are back here to Panther Field. I'd like to give a shout out to 1,000+ score from Conway Christian that is tuned in on the Mattacove High School East YouTube network. Good evening to you, Josie, as that pitch is going to be high and make the count 1-2 right here on O'Kelly. So now Hawthorne still up in the count 1-2 with O'Kelly. And that one's going to be hit, but caught. And that's a nice play by the center fielder. And that was almost a base hit, and the center fielder was just right there to get it. That is Kendall Fox. And so now the last hope, if Conway Christian doesn't want to go into extras, is going to be Kara Keithley, who is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. 3 strikeouts to Jaylee Hawthorne. Let's see if she can change that right here. And she will go swing and a miss right there for strike 1. See if Keithley right here can walk this game off and send the Conway Christian Eagles to regionals. That will be high and outside in the count, leaving it 1-1. And a big wave and a big miss there, and that's going to put Keithley down in the count, 1-2. One, two, the count, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. The winning run is on second base. And the 1-2 from Hawthorne, and that's going to be hit high. Multiple people go for it, and drops. And another crucial infield mistake for Cutter Morningstar. Now runners on the corners. So now we will have a Cutter, a coach's timeout for Conway Christian. And so now Lily Brister just needs to get something to the outfield grass, and this game's over. This has been an absolutely... I don't know what else to say besides holy taters to that inside the park home run. That is just absolutely insane, dude. It is holy taters, man. That is the inside the park home run from Brooklyn Pratt. If she just wheeled around the bases, that ball was hit deep to right field. So here we go, and it's going to be Lily Brister, the third baseman, who has a walk and 2 strikeouts on the afternoon, evening, night. Now we are. So 0-0 the count, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. The winning run is a mere 60 feet away, and the ticket to regionals is 60 feet away. So here it is, Lily Brister, the third baseman. And she is going to be called for strike one, and they try to throw her down at third. And the runner advances to second since they threw her down at third, but no out call. She is safe down there. So let's see. The count's 0-1. Lily's choked up on the bat. And the 0-1 offering from Hawthorne. That's going to be low. And Baum is just edging to throw the person out at third. 2 runs in the bottom of this frame have tied this game up, and that's exactly what Conway Christian needed. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. And a big swing and a miss. So now Conway Christian down to their last strike if they don't want to go to extra innings, but we will have to see. Runners on second and third. And she gets her swinging, and Brister goes down on strikes, but not before Conway Christian scores 2. So we're going to the top of the 8th after this break. And 7 innings just wasn't enough here for a district quarterfinal. So we've got an 8th inning coming right here in the top of the 8th. O'Kelly has got some work to do. If she could shut out Cutter right here and then do something. Another great walkout song there. Morgan Wallen. I know I already said it once, but Kaylin Baum is up to bat right here, and she has a walk, a single, and a ground out to the shortstop. And, man, I got to fish a tournament in the morning. This game needs to wrap it up. All I do is call games and fish, and I got fishing to do tomorrow. So we're going to the top of the 8th right here as O'Kelly starts her 8th inning of work. I believe Poen won on the baseball diamond over there, so they advance. And that's going to be ball 1 there offered by O'Kelly. So here's the 1-0 offering from O'Kelly. And a big wave and a big miss there by Baum, and the count evens at 1-1. We are playing under the lights here at Panther Field. It's a great environment here. And that one's going to be hit hard, and that one's going to be hit deep. That's going to get down in the gap. But that will great play out there by the center fielder, so Baum will be limited to a single. But a runner is on. The go-ahead run is on first base for the Eagles. Well, I guess I should say Cutter since they're both the Eagles. So now Kiera Polk is up to bat. She struck out, single, and reached on an error in her 3 at-bats today. And now here's the 0-0, and that's going to be hit up the first base line, but then greatly that's going to be foul. And we are back with the 0-1 count here to Kelly. And the 0-1 is high and inside, so that makes it 1-1. Count 1-1 here in the top of the 8th. And that ball is hit hard, and that's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to hold him at first and second, though. So a single there from Kiera Polk. And so now Diana Cook is coming up to bat with a runner in scoring position. And so Conway Christian needs some outs if they want to do anything. They will have a forced play at 1, 2, or 3 right here with runners on first and second. And the 0-0 and a bunt there, and a beautiful bunt. And she's not going to beat it out, though. So Cook will be out right there, but the runners advance 60 more feet. So runners on second and third for Cutter with 1 out. And so Heron and Cudvid are the next 2 batters up for Cutter. And man, O'Kelly could use a strikeout right here. And that is going to be ball 1 right there. And O'Kelly's got to get her control back and start locating some pitches if she wants to finish this game out without giving up a run. And the 1-0. And that's going to be ball 2 as the bunt attempt was none and the pitch was high. Here's the 2-0. Let's see what O'Kelly offers. And the 2-0 from O'Kelly. And that bunt is going to go foul, and that's going to be strike 1. So now the count 2-1 here. Heron in the right-handed batter's box. She looks to bunt again, and that will be strike 2, and a big strike 2 there on Heron if you're a Conway Christian fan. If you're a Cutter fan, you're just praying we can get some runs home and get some insurance going in the bottom of the 8th after we saw what happened in the bottom of the 7th. And the 2-2 from O'Kelly. And that's going to be a hit batter, and so now the bases are juiced with 1 out. So now the 9-hole hitter, Stormy Cudvid, is going to come up to bat. And best case scenario for Conway Christian will be rolling a double play right here. That's the only way to get out of this jam without giving up a run, unless they got a strikeout right here. So we got a left-handed batter right here for Cudvid. So if they can roll a 4-6-3 right here, let's see what O'Kelly offers. And the slapper, she will go foul right there. So force at any base right here. And that's going to be strike 2. So now Cudvid down the count 0-2. And this would be a massive strikeout for Kayla O'Kelly if she could get it right here. 0-2 the count to Cudvid, the 9-hole hitter. 1 out, 0-2. Bases juice with Cutter Morningstar Eagles in the top of the 8th. And the 0-2. And that's going to be just outside right there. So count goes 1-2. Count 1-2 here, 1 out. Bases used. Here's the 1-2 from Kayla O'Kelly. That's going to be just outside again, and so count goes 2-2. So the 9-hole hitter, Cudvitt, has had 2 walks and a strikeout on the afternoon, looking to put a ball in play right here and get a run home. And the 2-2, and that's going to be called strike through in a massive strikeout. I mean, that is absolutely massive for Kayla O'Kelly to get that strikeout right there and get 2 outs. And now a force at any base will leave all the runners stranded here for Cutter Morning Star. But this is the leadoff hitter, Kendall Fox, the center fielder, number 22. And the right-handed hitter, there's going to be a pass ball. And she is called safe. She's called safe. So the pass ball gives Cutter Morning Star the lead. Wow. That is a way to get down the line, kid, is what the assistant coach said down the first base line. And so that will be ball 1 right there. So now Conway Christian is going to have to score 2 to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th, or tie 1 to force the 9th inning. And the 1-0, and that one's hit, and that one's going to be grounder, and that's going to be scooped, but she will be called out, but not before Cutter strikes and gets 1 insurance run. That could be the go-ahead. We'll find out after the bottom of the 8th, after this break. If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas. And we are back here at Panther Field for the bottom of the 8th inning. So here we go. So let's see who is up to bat right here. This is a massive inning, and that is going to be Stover, Wheeler, and Malone up to bat. And they need at least 1 run or 2. They need 1 run to force the top of the 9th. They need 2 runs to get this game over with. So now Stover steps in. Hawthorne starts an 8th inning of work. And that is going to be ball 1. And we call time and we'll have a mound meeting. But, man, it's been a heck of a game. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. We've had an inside the park home run. We've had a combined 9 runs scored here. And, man, I didn't realize a ticket to a regional tournament was so much. And as you see on the lower third right there, I am Dalton Reed, a sophomore here at Magnet Cove High School, formerly known as Tater Chip. And so, as you see now, please subscribe this YouTube channel. You will get all the notifications when we go live. So, but man, this has been an interesting game, been a fun one to call, let me tell you. So now here we go. And this has been an energetic game, let me tell you, as Stover takes ball 2. And that is going to be ball 3 right there. So now 3-0 the count. A leadoff walk would be massive for the Eagles. And she swing and a miss. And that one was way high and way outside. That would have been the walk if she wouldn't have swung, but now she's still up in the count. 3-1. And here's the 3-1 from Jaylee. And that one is weighing outside, and she gets the first base pass right there. And so the tying run is on first base with the 7-hole hitter P.J. Wheeler up to bat right here. And, man, she could use a hit. She is 0 for 3 on the afternoon with 3 strikeouts. Let's see what Hawthorne offers her here, and a wave and a miss. And now here it is, and that one's going to be high and outside, and Wheeler goes at the count 1-1. This has been an absolutely awesome game to watch and to call, and I mean, just the atmosphere here is a big wave and a miss there from Wheeler, makes the count 1-2. Count 1-2 here on the 7-hole hitter. And the pitch. That's going to be high and outside, and Hawthorne is just going to that high and outside pitch when she needs a chase. And most of the time tonight it's worked, but some of the Conway Christian hitters has kind of sheared up to it a little bit, I'd say. And the count goes 2-2 here with no outs, and the tying run at first and the winning run at the plate. And the 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and she puts P.J. Wheeler down on strikes for the 4th time tonight. And the baseball lights just went out, so now we only have softball lights. The baseball is done for the night. They didn't have extra innings like we have. So now Mallory Malone, a walk and a strike, 2 walks and a strikeout is what I have. And she's going to foul that one back. Malone looking to just get on base right here. She is the winning run at the moment. That one's going to be low and inside for ball 1 as the count evens at 1-1. 1-1, 1 out here. Cutter Morningstar by 1 run. Mallory Malone, the 8-hole hitter, up to bat right here in the right-handed batter's box. And she's going to take that one down the strike zone right there as the count goes 1-2. Here it is, 1-2, 1 out, tying run on first base. And she will take strike 3 right there and go down on strikes. So it's all up to Conley Gibson if you don't want to play an 8th inning if you're Conway Christian. The 9-hole hitter, I believe, had a walk in her last at bat. She's going to take that one high right there as the count goes 1-0 to Gibson. At 2 outs, we need a 2-out rally right here if you're a Conway Christian fan and just looking to get out of this. If you're a Cutter Morningstar fan, and go home. And that one's going to be fouled back right there as the count goes 1-1. Jaylee Hawthorne needs 1 more out. The count here, 2 outs. The suspense doesn't get more than this, ladies and gents. And here's the 1-1 from Hawthorne. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. Coach says square him up down the third base line, so we'll see if Gibson can do that here. And a swing and a miss. And 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Here is your season. All the marbles right here, ladies and gentlemen. It comes down to Jaylee Hawthorne and Conley Gibson, the pitcher and the 9-hole hitter right here. Let's see what Hawthorne offers. Here's the 2-2. And woo! Fouled back, and that hit something metal, let me tell you, ladies and gents, because I heard it up here. And that is the way to stay alive right there if you're Conley Gibson, looking to flip the lineup back over to Brooklyn Pratt, and that's who you want up to bat right now if you're Conway Christian. Looking to get on base right here. Let's see. And the 2-2 from Jaylee Hawthorne. And a swing and a miss, and she gets it done, and that's going to do it. And Jaylee Hawthorne pitches an entire game in extra innings. Carter Morningstar moves on to the regional tournament, the district semifinals, but they will have to face the 1 seed, the Central Arkansas, the Christian Mustangs. That is going to be a doozy of a game, let me tell you. But a great one here in extras. Jaylee Hawthorne gets it done with close to 20 strikeouts, I believe. And that was just a fantastic game, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in on the Manicove High School East YouTube page. Cutter Morningstar advances to play Monday. We'll see you then on the Manicove High School East YouTube page. Good night.